Okay, this is an interesting one, guys. Um, sorry. Um, Supersize Me, the how documentaries lie. So as a kid, I remember watching Supersize Me. That documentary, it was like lie or real, whatever. That document actually made me stop eating McDonald's for many, many years. I eat it sometimes now, but not really. There was a period of time where I ate it almost like every like the a couple of times in a month. Not anymore. I stopped that again. But I remember watching that documentary, Supersize Me, and holy hell, I thought I was like, bro, this ain't no way. Because I was a kid too, right? When it came out. Or I don't know when it came out exactly. I remember just watching it at school pretty much for like a movie day.
It's really freaky.
The message.
The guy died, by the way, I think, right?
What happens when a man eats nothing but McDonald's for 30 days? In 2004, Morgan Spurlock set out to find out, and filmed his body breaking down in real time.
I'm getting this really weird feeling right in my midsection, like basically in my penis right now. It's just like this. It's really freaky.
The message? Fast food is toxic, obesity is rising, and the fast food industry is to blame. It terrified parents, changed school menus, and made millions fear McDonald's. But not everyone bought it. In the years that followed, a wave of response documentaries emerged. Some lost weight eating McDonald's. Others proved his math didn't add up.
Supersize Me was an amusing documentary, but it was full of baloney.
And behind the scenes, the filmmaker was hiding a secret, one that would make the original experiment even more questionable. This is the overlooked story of Supersize Me, and how one viral stunt shaped the way we eat, think, and fear food.
New research finds childhood obesity.
I mean, I will say this. It is possible, but still not recommended. It is possible, but not recommended. You could somehow lose weight if you do eat fast food. But guess what? You cannot eat those hamburgers, all right? You cannot eat those hamburgers. You got to eat those salads. You got to, instead of getting a large, you get a small. You don't get extra size. You want to get a combo meal? All right. But you get that small with no, oh, I want a side of 6-piece McNuggets. I want a McChicken. I want a shake, a small shake, whatever, all that kind of stuff. No, 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 no. You don't do that. Again, is it possible to lose weight eating fast food? Somewhat yes, but still not recommended because it's still unhealthy. But it's very, very, very hard because what people usually do when they go to, guys, when you go to a restaurant, do you only get the combo meal or do you get an extra little side on like, you know what I mean? You get an extra side here and there. Do you dump it on ketchup? Do you put a ranch on top of it, etc.? Like, what do you guys do when you guys go to a restaurant? Do you just get the meal? And what size do you get the meal? Do you get a large, medium, small? See, all those are important questions, all right? Those are important questions because they really matter 100%, obviously. For example, you could go to a quote-unquote American Chinese food. I guess we'll call it that. You don't get the chow mein, all right? Don't get the chow mein. Don't get 3-4 item combo. Get a 1 item, maybe 2. It depends on like how much they put on there, right? Like, cause you know, some they fill the freaking like they fill that shit up, man. Like, holy shit. But either way, you get the white rice, you get the chicken or whatever kind of thing you can get. You eat half of it. Half of it. You save the other half either for the later on the day or you save it for tomorrow. Again, I don't still recommend not eating. I don't like eating fast food, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to eat the whole thing. All right, you're not supposed to eat, even if it's just white rice, because that shit does fill you up like crazy. But like, I'm just saying, like, because they feel that ish off, man. But yeah, that's like, is it possible? In some way, yes. Like, for example, Subway. In Subway, no mayo, maybe mustard, because it doesn't really add anything as much. Turkey, or maybe ham, avocado, stuff like that. But you don't put like oil and vinegar, salt and pepper, stuff like that, chipotle sauce or something like that. Like you don't eat it that way. And then the bread is not even called bread. It's actually again I don't know if this is I got gaslighted, but the bread is supposed to be labeled as cake because it's not really. It is too sugary to be bread or something like that. Even if you get wheat or whatever, but you always get 6-inch, never the 7-inch. You get a drink that is 0 calories to 10 calories, which is, they usually have those sometimes, and you do not drink soda or eat chips on the side. Yes, but who does that? Nobody does that when they go to a fast food restaurant. All right, I mean, like, are there some people? Maybe yes, but nobody really does that. Usually they go for the footlong, they get some chips, and they get a freaking soda. Yes, Subway Eat Fresh, my freaking ass, man. Sorry. Go ahead, guys.
Rates are getting worse.
The country is facing a dangerous weight problem.
People were looking for the root cause, and the finger was pointed to the rapidly expanding fast food industry.
Marketing toward children right now is having such a huge impact. It's conditioning children to want soda.
I can hear the video, guys. I'm gonna get some water. I forgot my water.
Children, they became the perfect target. One father even tried to sue them, claiming he thought the food was healthy and that it was McDonald's fault that his daughters became obese. Lawyers argued that if they could prove McDonald's intended people to eat their food for every meal and that it was harmful, they might have a case. Watching it all unfold was Morgan Spurlock, a broke, unknown filmmaker, and he saw an opportunity.
And I turned to my vegan girlfriend on the couch and I told her, I said, I got a great idea for a movie. The big demon in America was obesity, was the obesity epidemic.
Spurlock set out to take the fast food giants head on. The goal? To demonstrate the harmful effects fast food can have on the body. For 30 days, he ate only from McDonald's, 3 meals a day, trying each item at least once.
Hi, John Chan Cat, by the way. Did I say hi already?
He had to say yes.
So if
But yeah, the lawsuit was
said,
crazy.
"You want that Supersize?"
That's crazy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Even the water he would drink had to be from McDonald's.
Because I didn't want to have anything that could taint the experiment, you know. So.
He stopped exercising and aimed to keep his steps below 5,000 a day to mimic the average American, investing $65,000 of his own money, hoping the film would be shocking enough to turn a profit.
Every 8-year-old's dream right now that I'm getting ready to fulfill.
Well, good morning.
Extensive with his medical checks.
We're gonna do a rectal exam.
Who's watched Supersize Me, by the way? And if you guys watched it, I did as a kid because it was showing on like a school thing. And in school, like, bro, it was a crazy time, man. It was a crazy time. When this movie came out, it hurt McDonald's a lot, dude.
To the experiment, a GP, a cardiologist, a gastroenterologist, and a nutritionist.
Any alcohol use?
Now, none.
Everything seemed to be in check.
Your kidney function, your liver function, they were all perfect.
And just like that, the experiment began. Day 1, he's full of enthusiasm, but things take a sharp turn after his first supersized meal. Quite a dramatic start.
My body early on was saying, don't do it, man.
After just 5 days, he's already gained nearly 10 pounds. His nutritionist warned he was eating double what anyone would consider normal. But Spurlock pushes on through the penile issues, lethargy, and headaches, opting for massive portion sizes.
Look at that. Look at that Coke.
With obesity tied to serious...
I remember that time in school or in like the extra large, bro. Oh my god.
Serious health risks.
Can't believe that
He set
existed.
out to prove the damage firsthand. The spotlight turned to how little that the public really understood about basic nutrition.
What's a calorie? Oh, Jesus.
That's a good question.
Highlighting how kids are more likely to recognize Ronald McDonald than Jesus. By day 14, he developed signs of addiction to the food. And
So what did he lie about?
expresses concern over saturated fat and sodium levels.
I think the saturated fats are starting to impede the blood flow to his penis.
What?
His diet is deficient in most micronutrients. His health was suffering more than most doctors could comprehend.
If somebody were doing this to the liver with alcohol, they could theoretically wipe out the liver. I've never heard of anybody doing this to the liver with a high-fat diet.
By the 3rd week, things take a bleak turn.
Just trying to get my breath back. And I want to finish, but don't want anything real bad to happen either.
That idiot wasn't me, but don't worry, he didn't die. He was just being dramatic. although his blood tests were showing significant signs of liver damage.
The results for your liver are obscene beyond anything I would have thought.
I mean, by day 21, I mean, it was very scary. I had 3 different doctors. My liver at this point had so filled with fat that one doctor compared it to pate.
Spurlock was starting to feel the mental consequences too.
I got massively depressed.
By the final week, his doctors were begging him to stop. With his health spiraling, even his girlfriend stepped in, designing a recovery plan to try and undo the damage.
I've got Morgan's detox diet all ready to go.
Damn.
I'm making sure that I'm getting
The
as
detox
many
diet?
cleansing vegetables into his diet as possible.
Because Spurlock's final results after his fast food binge were shocking. He had gained 24.5 pounds. His LDL cholesterol had shot up. He felt emotionally numb, lethargic, but most concerning was the state of his liver.
You know, we see people who...
Damn. I was looking at your local Chinese restaurant. I think China Moon is probably has the closest stuff to authentic Chinese food. Has a lot of American-sized stuff on the menu too. China Moon. Okay. Let's check it out. How far is that though? Oh, it's not that far. It's like 5 miles. It's not that far. I'll check it out. It's not far.
They go on an alcohol binge and their numbers go up like crazy. But to go on, you know, a Mac attack, they've got numbers to show that.
Guys, have you ever gone like a month where you just ate like really bad food? I have. When I was kind of recovering already enough from my accident, I went in a very bad month of eating a lot of fast food. And not only that, there's another month I had that is actually recent that had a very bad month. And it's actually happening right now again. Yo, what a pork chop. Wow, pork chop. Really? We're watching about Supersize Me, how documentaries lie. And like, we're literally talking about food. Welcome to the stream, pork chop. But yeah. So I had a grease. Everyone hope they are well and blessed. Hey, hope you're doing great, man. But yeah, I was like, have you guys ever had a month where you guys ate like really bad food just because you just couldn't beat the habit? Like for example, when I'm preparing for an art show, my time is mostly to prepare for the art show and content and stuff like that, right? And I'm not really thinking about food. I want something fast, quick, easy. Let me eat. The only thing that I have fixed out of my diet 100% is my drinking habits. That is it. Because my drinking is like literally like almost zero sugar, this and that. And that's it. Like my drinking habits are like the best of all. But still, there are times where I just want to eat something quick and just eat it quick. I try to control it where I don't try to overdo it. Like, for example, the portion size, stuff like that. It's still bad, but I'm still trying to at least control the portion size. But yeah, when I do art shows, guys, it's really bad because I just want to get food. Because again, especially on the end of the weekend, like the weekdays are like whatever. So I don't really don't do it. But on the weekend, it is hard because on Fridays I stream, I work on the things I need to work on. And so because I do all of that, I just want to eat something quick and get ready to go, pretty much. I was taking meds at the time and it affected my appetite. Oh, was it like one of those meds where like it was still making you like you're hungry? That kind of thing?
It attacks your liver too. I wouldn't have even thought about this. But...
It took him over a year to lose the weight he had gained. A pretty compelling documentary, right? The media seemed to think so.
Yeah,
Spurlock won Best Director at the Sundance Film Festival and Best Documentary Screenplay at the Writers Guild of America. People rushed to view the documentary in theaters, earning over $11 million at box office, and eventually $22 million worldwide. The piece would go on to be shown in schools across the world to help educate on the dangers of...
That was a big contract, by the way. You think they sold that for free? Nah, man, there was a contract for that to be mass distribute on schools. I'm pretty sure it was the type of contract where they make a lot of money on that.
Fast food. I, for one, have seen Spurlock getting probed way too many times. But overall, everyone seemed to love it. Except those at McDonald's.
McDonald's?
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It was a complete disservice to anyone looking for factual information or real solutions.
The company called the documentary a supersized distortion of the quality of choice and variety available at McDonald's. The film is about Spurlock's decision to act irresponsibly by eating 5,000 calories a day. However, the response in America was mostly quiet.
Which I could see that because he took it to the extreme, right? I could totally see that, right? Because the average American does not eat McDonald's every day. Let's be honest here. Are there some people out there in the world that eat McDonald's every single day? I can see that. I can totally see that. But the majority of people do not eat like that. All right. The biggest problem in the United States, I'm talking about the United States here. The biggest problem that we have here, guys, that we need to control and fix within ourselves is the portion size, guys. Portion size. We eat too much of a big portions. Look at overseas like Japan. They eat small portions, but the food is still very tasty and makes you filled up. Here in the United States, the portions are out of control. In my personal opinion, if we could control the portion size, we could also control how much money you spend on fast food. Because if the portion size is smaller, guess what? The price will be smaller, all right? I know it's not just that black and white, but you get the idea, right? Because again, you're ordering less, right? You're ordering less food. You're ordering, the size is smaller, right? So that means it's less money. Stream updated. Wait, what? Oh, I forgot to update that. I keep putting R instead of the. Anyways, sorry about that. Anyways, but yeah, that's what it is, right? Like it's the portions. We need as the United States, guys. The reason why we're really fat is because we don't control our portion size. Even if we like, again, I'm not a nutritionist or anything like that, and I don't recommend this. But even if we do eat some like fast food and stuff like that, if you could control your portion size, we don't go for the large, extra large, whatever, or like get like extra size and stuff like that. You won't go as crazy, gain much of a weight, especially if you control that. If you could control that, that will help you in a long way, and hopefully, eventually, you'll stop eating it altogether. Right? That's like the end of the goal. But I truly believe that the portions is what is messing us up the most for me personally. That's,
months after the documentary's release, McDonald's quietly phased out the Supersize option. They insisted it was just menu simplification, not a response to the film. But the timing raised eyebrows. They also started making their meals look more nutritious.
After years of criticism, McDonald's said today it will begin serving a healthier Happy Meal.
Happy Meals could now come with a salad, bottled water,
yep,
and a pedometer, instead of fries and a soda. They began printing calorie and nutrition info directly onto the packaging. And Ronald McDonald would encourage more physical activity.
It had nothing to do with the fact that they made an announcement about their stock after the film opened, that it dropped 75%.
But it wasn't just McDonald's the documentary seemed to annoy. Some saw Spurlock's experiment as sensational and advocated for more personal responsibility. Long before Spurlock revealed a secret that would damage his legacy and make many question whether the film belonged in schools, a wave of questionable response documentaries.
So what was it?
Had already started pushing back.
Okay.
Yes, I'm the person who ate at McDonald's for 30 days and lost weight.
Me and Mickey D documented So-So Whaley eating McDonald's for 30 days. Like Spurlock, but she ate within a calorie range to fit her needs, chose smaller portions and walked regularly. She lost 10 pounds and improved her cholesterol.
Told you.
Advocating for personal responsibility and better diet choices over demonizing fast food.
5,000 calories per day of pretty much anything is going to make you fat and screw up your health. Isn't
right.
it also possible to live on fast food and actually lose weight?
5 years later, Tom Norton released
Fathead,
a more direct response to Supersize Me, where he demonstrated he could eat under 2,000 calories of McDonald's a day and still lose weight. He called out Spurlock for his calorie and fat counts not adding up, and in response to Spurlock's refusal to publish his food logs, he listed every item in the experiment they consumed over the 30 days, suggesting that fast food was not the issue, but Spurlock's lack of moderation. To really drive the sentiment home, a high school science teacher decided to attempt something more extreme.
We are going to test the hypothesis. Is it possible for a person to eat nothing but breakfast, lunch, and dinner at McDonald's for 90 straight days to become healthy?
He ended up losing 60 pounds.
I like to tell people that it's not the venue, but it's the menu.
McDonald's liked the message, so they publicly signed him as a media ambassador.
Wow.
You should see him traveling to schools to spread the message.
There's nothing wrong with McDonald's.
He even wrote a book, My McDonald's Diet.
Okay.
I can eat any food at McDonald's that I want, as long as I'm smart with the rest of the day of what I balance it out with. It's choice. It's our choices that make us fat, not McDonald's.
I'm also
Told you, like it's the portion size, like how much food do we eat? It's like the biggest thing that really affects us compared to everything else, right? That's like what I say personally. Because like for example, if you eat a 10-piece McNuggets, that's 410 calories, right? And it is about 23 grams of protein, 26 grams of carbs, 24 grams of fat, which that's a lot. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot. But yeah, so you eat that, and then let's say you get, I don't know, a medium fry, no drink, right? Because but I recommend like, getting a 6-piece if anything. And then if you get a medium fry, because that's usually what we usually go for, that's 320 calories right there. That's about 730 calories in total, and plus about 76 total carbs, and about, I want to say about 40 total fat, which is a lot. So the fat is still a lot, don't get me wrong. But like if you just eat that and then like the rest of the day you work out, you do this and that, it won't be the worst thing in the world, right? Again, I don't recommend it, but yeah, it's like I said, it's all it has to do with a lot of with the portion size and what you eat. Because if you just get like 6 piece in a small, is 230 calories. I don't know why I'm not showing this on stream. It's 230 calories for a small, right? Let's say you go for a small, right? It is right here, 3 grams of protein, 31 carbs, which is still a lot, because it's still carbs, and 11 total grams of fat and 230 calories, right? So you get that, and then you get a 6-piece. Hold up. There we go. Oh god, went too back. And go for a 6-piece. Right here, it's 250 calories. And then the fat is still pretty high, but it's like a lot lower, like obviously compared to 10. It's 15 grams of fat, 15 grams of carbs, 14 grams of protein, and then 250 calories. So it's not the worst thing in the world, especially if you work out. You kind of like fix it within the days and stuff like that. Because again, you gotta also contribute like from like cholesterol and sodium, stuff like that. So it's not recommended. But yeah, you gotta like, there's a way to control it pretty much. If you can control it, but here's the weird thing right here. The 6-piece McNuggets is on the buy one get $1. So the biggest weird problem with this is that people just don't buy the 6-piece, because you could just buy it. If you buy the 6-piece, you can get anything else for $1, right? For me, I get this right here, 6-piece and a small fry. That's what I usually get now. I used to get this 6-piece with the McChicken and a small. I no longer get the McChicken. The McChicken's crazy, bro. When I started looking into it, I was like, it's almost 400 calories. It's 21 grams of fat, 38 grams of carbs, and it's a lot, right? It's like sodium, everything, right? But like that's adding upon the McNuggets and fries and stuff like that. I was like, okay, yeah. So what I eat, if I feel like eating McDonald's, I usually get the 6-piece with the medium, with small, or sometimes I go medium. Sometimes I go medium fry, but that's usually what I go for, pretty much. But yeah, it's like it has to do everything with portions, pretty much.
A scientific study was carried out in Sweden to test Spurlock's
It's not recommended, but yeah.
Dr. Friedrich Nystrom had medical students eat around 6,000 calories a day from fast food
6,000?
for 4 weeks while limiting exercise. Participants gained weight and showed mild liver stress, but their mood and cholesterol stayed stable. The researchers concluded that while fast food overeating has consequences, the dramatic effects in Supersize Me may have been exaggerated or influenced by other factors that Spurlock was perhaps hiding. It's almost a trend at this point for people to demonstrate they can lose weight while eating McDonald's, but it almost misses the point.
So he did things to the extreme. Okay.
Because I was eating so small, I was always hungry by the time the next mealtime rolled around.
The issue with fast food is it's often not very nutritious,
Yeah.
but being perfectly engineered to be as tasty and easy to overconsume as possible.
This doesn't
Losing
fill you
weight
up.
on McDonald's is a lot more difficult than with Whole Foods.
It
because
does
it's a
not
lot
fill
less
you up
filling,
at all either.
But these people were able to persevere in the short term, perhaps for the sheer spectacle. If you were to order like a normal person, 3 meals a day, you might end up with a McGriddle meal for breakfast, a Big Mac meal for lunch, and a quarter pounder meal for dinner. This is over 3,000 calories.
Damn.
It's a lot less filling than the Whole Foods equivalent.
Yeah.
A Big Mac isn't going to instantly kill you, but it's also not ideal for weight loss or health.
Yeah, also with fast food, it doesn't really fill you up at all.
A middle ground that every documentary skimmed over, but I wish I understood as a kid. Because even with good intentions, Supersize Me and its follow-ups had some unintended consequences. The film didn't just demonize McDonald's, it helped fuel a wave of fear-based health misinformation, where foods were labeled as either good or bad, with no room for nuance, setting a precedent for emotive fear-mongering over scientific balance.
Oh yeah, I've been okay. I saw some of this trend on TikTok. Yeah, okay.
Today, we see a lot of fitness documentaries and
Yeah.
influencers taking this route.
This drink right here, Gatorade.
See, it's bullshit.
Is extremely toxic and poisonous for your child's brain.
Breakfast is one of the biggest scams in the history of the world.
It usually leads to one of two outcomes. The first, I can speak for myself, because as a kid, I cut out every food labelled as unclean by the fitness world, and ended up underweight and dealing with health issues from malnourishment. That's the danger of black and white thinking. It doesn't improve your diet, it just makes you feel guilty for eating.
Yeah.
Ironically, I'd have been healthier if I'd have just eaten the chicken nugget. The second outcome? People stop taking the message seriously. When fear replaces science, decisions get worse. Just like how McDonald's warning people not to watch their documentary only made it more popular. People saw through the claims that McDonald's would make you impotent and depressed, because when a message pushes too far, people tune out.
Did you not see Supersize Me? Yeah, it just made me really want a Big Mac.
Similarly to the massively ineffective anti-drug campaigns in the 80s.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Any questions?
I remember those anti-drugs commercials, man. I'm so high, and I think like you put the gun in his mouth or something like. Oh my god. Sorry. Honestly, lately I've been cooking more because I order out a shit ton, but I got my family into using seasoning now. So your family didn't like using seasoning, like make the food like more flavorful? Is that why you used to eat a lot outside? Or I mean, you eat like fast food and all that? My mom didn't even use salt before. Wow, that could be a big thing. Yeah, you could make some really healthy foods, but you need some seasoning for sure. Like 100%, dude. Like for example, when I make my baked chicken, I just don't like get a raw chicken piece and then bake it up. No, I season it. You know what I mean? With like it's like a boil powder kind of thing. And then I also add like lemon or something like that. Put some onions or some garlic or something like that. Like put some seasoning on that shit, dude. Like growing up, I had like a Velveeta shells. Really? I got this one seasoning is amazing. My mom made a roast with that and garlic powder and butter, I believe. Yeah, like I said, it's all about the seasoning, man. Yeah. It's like if you put some flavor to that food and make it all very tasty. The problem is, like for a lot of us, is that we're lazy to make food. That's the biggest problem.
Supersize Me oversimplified obesity, blaming fast food while downplaying personal responsibility. It missed a chance to teach real skills like calorie awareness, portion control, and basic food literacy.
I agree with that.
It's choosing to eat healthier, yes, but also incorporating more flexibility and making sure I actually enjoyed my diet. Realistic and sensible advice. That's why many health professionals argue this documentary has no place in schools. But schools didn't take this seriously until years later, when in 2017, Morgan Spurlock posted a confession that finally explained why his McDonald's experiment shocked his doctors so deeply.
Was a lie.
He admitted to struggling with alcoholism, revealing he hadn't been sober more than a week in 30 years. This wasn't mentioned in the documentary, not once, and yet it could explain a lot. The liver damage that shocked his doctors, the mood swings, the fatigue, even the issues downstairs. As one commenter said, it was really brave of him to prove to us that eating 6 years of McDonald's while being an alcoholic was detrimental to your health. That big, deliberate omission matters. If this was a YouTube video framed as entertainment, maybe it wouldn't have been as bad. But it wasn't. It was presented as science, it was shown in classrooms, and it helped create a generation of black and white thinking around food, where meals were either clean or toxic. Supersize Me was an Oscar-nominated, entertaining film that started global conversations about fast food, health, and corporate power. Spurlock was an entertaining storyteller who left a lasting impact, but by prioritizing shock over substance and deliberately leaving out crucial details, the film crossed the line from documentary to distortion. I've made videos where I've slipped up too, which is why reflection matters, because Supersize Me didn't just expose the fast food industry, it exposed how easily documentaries can lie.
I think the Super Size Me did eventually did add some good stuff because of Super Size they took it out. They took McDonald's. They took a lot of sizes out, like the extra large stuff. That was gone. Like every place that we know took that out pretty much for the most part around that time. So I will say that. I will say that pretty much. Um, that it had some benefits at the end of the day over like the negative of him saying he was still drinking while he was doing the documentary thing, you know, at the time, pretty much. It's amazing at this time the Oscar nominated documentary today. It would be a 10-minute challenge video by some random content creator. Pretty much, that's crazy, right? Yeah, that idea is like a 10-minute video for YouTube content at this point. That's crazy. My only issue is when I cook as my brother always makes comments about the smell, but I use more Asian flavors like sesame oil and soy sauce and black bean paste. Oh, really? Even if I cook regular soup, he complains. He's not used to it, but he'll get used to it. Your internal organs show the exact symptoms of having a very heavy alcoholism for 20 years. That must be the hamburgers I have been eating for 2 weeks. Wow, that's crazy. I am not holding an alcohol drink in my hand, nor I'm actively in the middle swallowing an alcohol drink. No, that's not actually true. Someone says if one Big Mac makes you throw up and feel lousy both physically and mentally, there's something very wrong with your health. No, that's not very true. Because again, I believe he was a vegan at the time or something like that. So if you eat something that you don't like, your body's not no longer used to eating, and you start eating it, it can have negative effects. That's a possibility. That is a possibility. It's just because he drinks, does not mean it's not gonna affect him bad. You know, it made me horribly sick. Yeah, because again, there's some foods out there, especially if you don't eat them for a very long time, it can make you sick. I remember there was a time that McDonald's made me sick because I haven't eaten in a very long time. I remember there was also a time where I stopped eating chips and then it made me sick when I ate it again. Right? It's just like a weird thing. But again, I don't know the scientific thing or anything like that. But I feel like, yeah, if you don't eat something for a very long time, you put that out of your system. Oh, here's an example. I could barely drink a regular soda can now. My dad got like a bunch of these, but yeah, I could only drink like half. If I drink all of it, if I drink the whole soda, I will feel sick. Is that what it's called? Like 4 months before? Oh, there you go. That's what it's called. A gut biome. That's what it's called. I don't know that. But yeah, because I got like here's the thing. I don't drink a lot of sugary drinks anymore. I'm so used to drinking mineral water, sparkling water, zero sugar soda, etc. Like I'm so used to doing that now. I cannot drink a full can of soda drink anymore. Soda. Oh yeah, drinking. Oh, there you go. Get off that soda now. I recommend no sugar. It's gonna taste really bad. It's gonna taste really bad at first, but you're getting used to it. I learned that when the day that I started drinking less sugary stuff when I drank sparkling water when I couldn't drink a lot of stuff. Once like once I got more used to it, like it tasted bad, guys. The sparkling water, mineral water, it tasted really bad. But once I started drinking it more and more and more, I got used to it. And then I was very curious, how can I get am I used to drinking no sugar soda? I tried it like literally not too long ago, about 2 months ago. It was delicious. It was delicious. So I no longer drink. I mean, I never really drink soda to begin with for some time now. But now I just get no sugar sodas now whenever I can. Like not all the time, but whenever I can. That's my go-to now. Yeah, it's just less carb. Yeah, so it's not the worst thing in the world.